focus on ASW1. If we examine ASW1, show spanning tree for VLAN 10. We'll just look at VLAN 10. We can see here that gigabit 0/1 is the root port, and DSW1 is the root bridge. Right now, gigabit 0/2 is the alternate port in the blocking state. What we will do is we will cause that direct topology change to occur by disabling interface gigabit 0/1. And we can do that by typing in shutdown. When we bring down that interface, gigabit 0/2, which is the block port, is going to have to transition to the root port. And as a result, a topology change notification has to be sent to the root bridge. And how can we see this? We'll turn on a debug. Debug spanning tree events. So spanning tree events debugging has been turned on, and let's shut down that interface. And what do we see? We see that gigabit 0/2 has transitioned into a root port for VLAN 10. We can see that right there. It is now the root port. But here is the key. We can see for VLAN 10, a topology change notice has been sent. So we are informing the root bridge of this change, so that way there it can inform everybody else in the topology that a change has occurred. Now, what if it's an indirect topology change? An indirect topology change would happen if all of a sudden BPDUs just suddenly vanished, meaning that the physical port hasn't gone down, the state of the link hasn't gone down, it's just simply BPDUs have gone missing. Or maybe there's a firewall that has been put in place and now BPDUs are being blocked by the firewall. Does the switch generate a topology change notification? No, it does not generate a topology change notification. So what happens? The switch simply waits. And it simply waits until the max age timer expires. So now it has to wait the full 50 seconds because it doesn't truly know that the topology change is occurring. But then once those 50 seconds, once the 20 seconds max age timer expires and it's no longer receiving BPDUs on a port, then it transitions that port to what? The listening state. And once it transitions the port to the listening state, we are now using our timers, sending and receiving BPDUs, so other switches will start to receive information about, potentially a topology change is occurring right now. So they're going to start examining BPDUs to see if they still have the accurate information for the current spanning tree topology. When we are dealing with those ports that are connected down to the PCs, these ports will generate topology change notifications if they go up or down. And it's occurring because of the fact that it's a direct change to the current switch. However, is it necessary to send that topology change notification? And the answer is no. It's not necessary to send that topology change notification. And the reason why is because it's insignificant. It doesn't change the overall structure of the spanning tree topology that is currently built. The only way the structure would change is if another switch or bridge is added to the topology. So in this case, as we can see, what happens if PC1's interface is shut down? So let's go interface fast Ethernet 0/1. And let's shut down that particular interface. And what I want to do is examine the fact that a topology change notification was sent out gigabit Ethernet 0/2. Which is currently the root port going up to the root bridge. And then the root bridge sends out topology change BPDUs to every switch in the topology. That's an insignificant topology change. Same thing is true when I enable the interface. No shut. There will be a topology change notification sent. Again, not something that we want to have happen. And we should see that topology change notification occur when the port ends up in the forwarding state. So we have to go through blocking. Not blocking. We have to go through listening for 15 seconds, learning for 15 seconds, and then we end up in that forwarding state. And a topology change notification is generated. So we don't want to spend time generating these topology change notifications for those ports that go down to end stations, that go down to phones, that go down to printers, as examples. So what can we do to this port? We can make it a port fast enabled port. And by making it a port fast enabled port with the command spanning tree, port fast, we will suppress the sending of topology change notifications to the root bridge if this interface goes up or down. So fast Ethernet 0/1, let's shut it down. Do you see any topology change notification sent now? No, you don't. Let's turn the interface back on. Do you see a topology change notification sent now? No. But what you do see is that the port transitions really, really fast from being disabled all the way to the forwarding state. So with port fast, not only do you suppress the sending of those topology change notifications on those about those interfaces that are connected to end stations, you are also improving the convergence time for that port by making sure it doesn't have to go through the listening and learning states for a grand total of 30 seconds.